Hey everyone. Okay, so I want you to look what I found. This is a good one. It's a bit long, so I'm going to need you to stick with me till the end because it's important. All the teachers out there who I hear from every single day in my DMs who support me, I want you to stick in to the end because we have some homework to do. So this is directly from the Alberta Teachers Association member documents, and it's a big deal. A few years ago, the government passed legislation called Bill 32. Basically, among other things, it was a whole labor bill, but among other things, it said that public sector workers should not be forced to fund political activities with their dues. This is what we've been saying all along, right? So the rule became, according to the legislation, that only core union services are mandatory. Anything political or non-core, we should have a choice. And I think that's perfectly reasonable. Here's the thing. The ATA found a loophole, of course. The ATA and all other unions were required to split their dues into 3 categories. So the first category, category 1, is non-core. This is the political activity, social causes, and advocacy, maybe even things like drag queen bingo. This is the only category where we can't opt out, okay? Category 2 is core, professional development, governance, that's mandatory still. Category 3, also mandatory, is considered core, and that's everything related to bargaining, legal support, representation, and union operations. So here's the loophole. The ATA is the one that gets to decide what goes into each category. And when you actually look at the numbers, category 1, the only one that has an optional portion, is less than 1% of total spending, okay? Less than 1%. So what happened to all the advocacy, lobbying, and political engagement that we know is happening and we know is being paid for by dues? Well, they've been classified as core. That means you're still paying for it, just under a different label. These documents that are from the ATA describe these areas as sort of complex and ambiguous, suggesting that they might overlap between categories, so they put them into the core one because maybe they're political, maybe they're not. That's kind of an ambiguous term, so let's just put it in core. So here's what you need to know. You do have the right to opt out of category 1, but you have to actively do it. It is not automatic. To opt out, you have to contact the ATA or your local and ask for the category 1 opt-out election. Submit it so that a portion of it is no longer deducted from your pay. And here's the other one. If you believe that categories are being misclassified, right? Like if there should be more stuff in category 1, then you can challenge it through the Labor Relations Board. I'm going to do this. This is part of the homework I'm going to talk about later. Okay. So I want you to do this too. Here's the bigger issue though. This was intended to give teachers and other public sector workers choice over political spending. Instead, almost everything's just reclassified so that choice barely exists. And that's exactly why I'm working with Time for Choice. We've talked about this so many times. No one should be forced to pay for dues to what functions, whether they admit it or not, as a political organization. Okay? And for those of you who constantly want proof that I'm seeing what I'm seeing on the ATA website, I'm going to link the article for that document to this caption. Only teachers are going to be able to access the page because it's behind the password. So if you're a teacher, you're going to be able to see it. If you're not going to be able to see it. So the homework, I'm going to put in the caption all of the instructions for how to contact the Labor Relations Board and what you need to communicate with them to start pushing back. If a lot of us push back, we're going to get an option to maybe reclassify some of the things that we know are category 1 that have been put into the core ones, and maybe we can opt out of more dues paying services for things that are political, okay? So I would really like you to get active and do that. I would appreciate it. Let me know your thoughts.